Morning. How's everybody doing? Yeah, we're live. Where's Tom? Oh, there's Tom. Good morning, Tom. You're muted.
Yeah, I am.
Morning.
Best way to be.
Best way to be. Okay. Morning.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, how did that happen?
How are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm.
Oh, how'd you get muted again? Dang it. Okay, I quit. Unmute yourself. I was just messing with you.
I said, okay, Scott. I have other things I could be doing. I make time for
Oh,
you. I make
thank
time for you in this early
thank
morning
you for gracing
crowd.
us with your presence this morning, Sire Tom. Ah, yeah, Monday. Well, what's going on? What's up, old farts? Yeah, I'll be real gentle with Tom when he's not muted. So yeah, it's Monday morning. Is everybody full steam ahead now? Yep.
Okay.
Puppy woke me up early. She
How's it?
slept. She slept all night in my armpit. She was laying on the bed and had her head propped up on my armpit. So she was between my chest and my arm mostly.
Well, that means she loves you.
It means that's probably the warm spot.
Roxy likes to sleep like that too. When she wants, can get still, get comfortable.
Jabez, you got COVID-19.
Who?
Jabez said he's sick. Are you about over your cough, Tom?
Yeah, I have moments where if I get real active, then I'll start coughing. But uh, you know, I
Morning,
think I'm
Maggie. Morning,
getting
Robin.
close to being over it. I've still got about 3 more days of meds to take, but
That was a heck of a sale yesterday, Maggie. Woo.
yeah, that was. You're rocking it.
That was cool. She she sold an anime DVD for $690. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What the heck? People really like their anime.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's see if I can bring that up. Let's see.
Well, it's not like they do it. It's not like they produce the same amount that they produce for like Batman does Batgirl or whatever. You know, they make a limited run of it. So there's not 40 million copies of something out there.
Yeah, let's see. Where am I at? Trying to find Maggie's listing. I'll get there eventually.
Good morning, Ping.
Alright, I think I have it now. Now I gotta share screen and present. This is half of the fun of reselling for me, is finding something really, really cool and you don't realize it's that cool when you get it, and then it sells for $690. Way to go, Maggie.
She was rocking it.
And then because we're friends with Maggie, we kind of get to celebrate with her. Dang, and this has got a good one too. Put a link in the chat to that one. But check this out, it's an anime. It's a 2-disc.
Honey, have you ever heard of Do Rah Rah?
Ketsu. Volume 5. So there were 4 before this one. It's in Japanese, but it's got English and Spanish subtitles. That's crazy. It's a Blu-ray, which Blu-ray is better than DVD.
The reason it probably grew so much. You should tell Sergey that.
I was talking to Roberta about Do Rah Rah, and she said it's an older anime, which is probably the reason it's so popular now, is because, you know, people getting into it.
So I had another one that I let go for farther. Oops. So, wow, Maggie. Where'd you get those, Maggie? It was at like a... You picked it up at a thrift store or something? You may have already said that, but I forgot. Anime is hit and miss. Some are great, some are not. I've done pretty good with anime, but nothing anywhere close to what Maggie just did. I guess it just depends on what it is. Thrift store, one of those little ones attached to a hospital.
Wow. I've never seen a thrift store attached to a hospital before.
Get your broken leg set and then go shopping.
That's right. Well, you get your legs set, and then you go next door to the Goodwill and buy you a set of crutches for $3.50.
Come get your colonoscopy done and head right over to the thrift shop. Stuck in tax hell.
Right.
I haven't got all my paperwork in from my people I need to get paperwork from. I haven't even started on taxes. I want to get it done early this year, but and not have to do an extension like last year.
I'm not in a big hurry. We're going to have to pay big probably this year.
Lift your spirits up by thrifting.
That's right.
Yeah, imagine a mom and pop thrift store would be a lot like our rummage sale with the Lutherans. So
Really? I have never seen a thrift store associated with a hospital before. Maybe because its hours are a part of big chains.
Shane, are you going to the Nashville meetup too? So I'm leaning more toward going to Nashville now. Gwen doesn't want to go, but I may just load up and go.
How long would it take you to get there?
It's about a 2-hour flight.
Oh, amen, brother. Are you going to go, Anissa?
You don't travel much anymore. Shots on the 26 for Sue, you, and Melania. All right.
Yeah, well, you need to get out, Anissa.
Dang, James, you're ahead of the game. It's kind of expensive to travel, even though this is kind of a cheap trip to Nashville. It's still going to be like $300 or $400 for plane tickets, and then even the next door hotel is going to be like more than $200.
Just budget $1,000 for it, Todd. You can sell that in a week.
They're planning on going to the Nashville Bends for a while.
Yeah, listen to Anissa. You will have fun, Todd. You only live once. Do it. Well, Anissa, honey, you're right behind us. Well, not that close to us, but you're getting on up there too.
Would you be driving, Tom?
No. It's 8 hours from here. And that's if the I-40 was back open.
I thought you were going to go anyway, Lag. It's probably not very far for Lag if he lives close to Philadelphia. How far is Philadelphia from Nashville? Not all that far, right?
Anybody got Chad's contact information? He might get her a ticket in a hotel room just to be gone with yourself for a few days.
3 hours is nothing. If I drove, it would be like 11, 12-hour drive. I don't want to drive that far. Get rid of you for a while, huh, Nissa?
Well, if you instant message me or private message me his contact information, I'll send him a little note.
Who?
Anissa, it should send me Chad's
Oh.
contact information, his email address. I'll send him a little message. Dear Chad, this is Tom, the Queen City Picker, an online eBay friend of Anissa's. She would really like to go to the Nashville meetup, but she just doesn't know whether she has the funding. She'd need to leave on Friday morning and come back Sunday night. What do you think? He'd be going, damn, Tom, give me all the information right now. She'll be on the next flight out. Does he have to travel, Anissa, for his job or pleasure?
Of course, you can write it off, but that only lowers your taxes some.
Yeah, you can only write off, like half of it?
No, you can write off your meals and hotel and flight.
Yeah. Well, I thought that they had changed it to where
But
you could only write off like half of your total expenses.
oh well, I'll just keep a record and give it to the accountant.
Yeah.
He'll do his thing.
Now, so you got to quit being such a homebody.
She's starting to act like lag.
She is. Do you have a basement, Anissa?
Ba, 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 ba.
Well, maybe you need to get some, Anissa. Maybe you could get some decorating hints from suggestions from Lag.
Yeah, $1,000 spent only lowers your tax liability on 1,000. So if your tax bracket is 22%, that would be $220 less in tax.
But that would be better
deductible.
than nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Keep the records and turn them in for sure.
Is that your debt pile down there? Death pile, whatever you
What?
call it.
What are you looking at?
Nissa, she's talking about her basement.
Morning, Beth.
Todd says, "God, I wish I had a basement." I wish we had one too, but not for eBay. Not just for the eBay.
Ba, ba, ba.
Hey, Bess.
So Saturday I went to the live auction, and man, it was disappointing. I was wanting to get those military cases, 2 or 3 lots of them, and they just went skyrocket. That one pallet, I dropped out at $300 on them. Like, dang, okay, you can have them. And then another pallet of stuff I wanted, it went over 200. I was like, you can have it for 200. Jeez. I bought one lot of concrete sealer. It's quite a bit of it. And I bought one box of bed bug and flea spray. And that was it. That's all I got. I spent like 5-6 hours at the auction. Most of the auction items were like big heavy machinery and cars and trucks and trailers, and I didn't want any of that stuff.
I thought you was going to buy a van to use as storage. Or was that a conversation with somebody else online?
Yeah, I don't have just a whole lot of. We got we got 3 cars here anyway, so parking another vehicle out. Plus, I got my trailer parked in front of the house. There's not much parking left after 3 cars in the trailer.
Was that the one that had all the farm implements and stuff in it?
Yep.
How did all that kind of stuff go?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to
Okay.
the stuff I didn't want. Best thing I got at the auction was nachos with chili and cheese. Yeah, I enjoy the auctions.
It was a
I got to take a chair next time though, because 5 or 6 hours just standing up, looking at stuff. And it wasn't hot, it wasn't cold, so at least there's that.
this one was a live auction, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had it
In-person
live
auction.
and on the internet.
Oh,
You could
was
bid
it?
online, but they had a little bit higher fee for buying online.
Oh, did they?
So I got to go pick up my 2 winnings today. There was so many trucks and cars and stuff there. It was almost impossible to do the pickup the same day as the auction. Well, it wasn't expensive. The chili cheese fries were $5, and Cokes were $1. That's way cheaper than the fair.
Was who is it that buys from the same place as you buy? Is it Phil? Ron?
Ron,
Did you see him, or did you did it online?
this was a different auction.
Oh, so are
I
you
got-
anywhere
got
close to
stuck.
the other stuff you need to pick up?
Nah, it's kind of the Colleen auction is south, and the auction yesterday was west, east.
And Dallas is kind of northeast of you, isn't he? It.
Yeah, I don't ever go up there to source.
You're a little bit about halfway between the two of them, aren't you? Houston and Dallas.
I like Earl Campbell's summer sausage. So, how you doing, Phil? Phil, you want me to pick a place for lunch? Phil's coming through here on Thursday. So Phil and I are gonna have a meet and greet. Phil, are you bringing your lovely spouse? Lovely, not spouse. You're not married. Your woman, your main squeeze. Those are pretty neat. Kind of a lunch cafe. Used to be the drugstore about 100 years ago. Oh, is she working? All right.
I like those kind of places.
We got a barbecue place, but it's gone downhill. It's not as good as it was a couple of years ago. We can probably go to that lunch counter place. It's pretty good. Craig, morning.
God, I hate this damn thing. I have got to get my browser set back to something besides, well, at least my search engine. Back to Google.
No, we're not the same person. I got a doctor appointment at 10:30. I can't go too long with the show. Got to adjust my blood pressure meds.
Is that new baby pushing it up that much for you?
What?
I said, is that new baby of yours pushing your blood pressure up?
Nah.
Did you see the thing about the dog that I posted in the juke group about the dog that they had put the little toy rodeo rider on her back or his back? You need to get one of those for the baby.
Nah.
That would be funny.
This new pup slept all night in my armpit.
Well, that's being sweet.
She's starting to pester the hell out of the old dog.
That's what they do. Cole drives. He just drives Roxy crazy. Because he wants to play, and he weighs 15 pounds, and she's old, and she don't want to play, and she weighs probably 8 pounds now.
Yeah, Daphne picking on Bonnie is kind of like a mouse picking on a cat. Daphne doesn't even weigh 3 pounds yet, and Bonnie weighs 50.
So are you going to I'm sorry. You going to go pick up your stuff today? After your doctor's appointment?
Yeah, I'm going to head over there. I'm just going to hand load it off the pallet because it's not that much stuff. I don't know. I can go get the puppy if you want. Here after a while. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead. So, while he's gone, did I hear him say Todd came? Oh, there he is, Craig. I see Craig now. What you do to your back, Craig? You know, that starts happening when you get to be our age. You can sit in your recliner wrong, and then when you get up, it's like, oh my God, what did I do to my back? Speaking of Cole, that was his tail that just went by, if you saw it. Yeah, Jabus, I was listening to a guy. He bid on a lot of stuff at an auction. And he bid high because he wanted the stuff for both personal and business use.
Morning,
And
Jennifer.
he was wanting, good morning, Jennifer. He was wanting to make it worth his while to travel the hour, he had an hour and a half one way to pick it up. And he ended up winning one thing, and it was like a $14 item that was for his wife. And it was like a farm, it was like a an antique grinder for corn or something like that. And they wouldn't ship it. He said, I'll pay whatever it costs to ship it. So he and his wife and grandchild drove the hour and a half to get it, had lunch. But he thought he would at least get one of the other things that he wanted because he bid so high on it. But nay. Okay, lay down, honey. Lay down. Lay down.
Okay, I'll lay down.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to rocks.
Roxanne. Who sang Roxanne?
Yeah, I got to change it over here in the Stacker show or something. I got to figure out.
I do have red stapler, but that's a knife. That's a Milwaukee box cutter.
I forgot how to do it.
I do have a red stapler though. Ta-da! Swing line. Swing low, swing chair.
That's what I was thinking. The same thing.
Coming for to carry me home.
My mom's got one that you could beat somebody to death with it. She's had since the 70s. And it's one of the long ones, like you could, for like 8.5.
Here's a question for you all. Should I do signature required on the package? Yeah, you probably should. But whenever I do signature required, I always tell the customer, hey, I'm sending it signature required, so you got to be there. I've had problems with customers they're not there when they try to deliver it, and then they have to make a special trip to the post office to get it.
Well, for $690 for 2 anime Blu-ray disc, hey, ching ching.
What did I say?
I doubt they'll be too concerned about making a trip to the post office to pick it up.
I'm almost out of those Colt logo brass plaques.
There's what?
That was a good buy. I got like 100 of those in a auction buy.
Yeah,
One
but
listing and
James,
sell them till they're gone.
well,
How's
that's
the blood pressure doing?
Jabus, when you're paying for it, and if they don't get a signature, that's on the USPS. If there's any problems.
Yeah, I probably ruined my blood pressure yesterday.
What'd you do yesterday?
I ate that nachos with chili and cheese.
Oh.
Also had one of their breakfast burritos. Man, I was there a long time. I was there from like 9 a.m. to like 2 p.m. Like 5 hours.
And
I
this, so
didn't
you
even
need
win the stuff I wanted to win. So I'm like,
you need to start a faceless YouTube channel that you just hold up a bag of chips or whatever and say, this is such and such, and then you roll it around to the back so they can see the back and all the bad stuff that's in it. And read it out. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Really bad. That red number 27.
yeah, paying. I don't do signature required unless it's like like around $200 or more for the order.
What?
I did signature required for.
My petite little girl, where are you going? Lay down. They don't want to see your
several
butt.
things.
Lay down.
I need to find something on keto that's worth eating. I keep trying different snacks that are keto and they just taste like cardboard. Or Gwen made some waffles a couple of days ago.
Uh-huh.
Keto waffles.
Morning, Nana.
It was like, it wasn't very good.
By Jessica.
It's because they are cardboard.
Well, that's like all of that gluten-free stuff.
I don't care if something has the texture of cardboard, if it's got some flavor to it, if there's a snack that's got some. I'm pretty good with the nacho flavored pork rinds, but there's just so many of those you can eat, Yeah, beef jerky. Beef jerky.
Well, you
is
mix
expensive, though.
those pork rinds with something that you can eat that's also keto. Like stuff them with
Gluten-free
something.
pizzas and pastas. But they still, even gluten-free's got the carbs still, don't they?
Pardon me?
Even gluten-free pasta's still got carbs, doesn't it?
I don't know. I do not do gluten-free. Hey, Chastity.
Ooh, I hate sour cream.
Oh, God. How about
Well, at least
homemade
it says,
onion dip? Yes, it
Gluten-free
does.
still has the carbs.
How about homemade sour onion dip? And this is that healthy?
Little Debbie makes pork rinds.
No. Has
Bacon
anybody
is
been
fine.
to the Little Debbie Park? It's out in Tennessee somewhere.
Oh, lag, you sorry, devil.
Oh, I like homemade onion dip.
That's the first time you've ever said that, lag. Huh. I'll have to try that.
What's that?
Crushed pork rinds makes a nice crust for salmon patties.
You know, when I'm on that keto stuff,
Gwen doesn't do fish.
or even the just low calories, watching my
Jabrones.
calories, I just throw stuff together. I don't, boil some chicken with some seasoning and wrap a piece of lettuce around it. Okay, there you go.
Kodiak waffles. Never heard of them.
Hey, Felix. Now, I like feta cheese. Okay. Feta cheese, tomatoes, parsley, garlic, and hot peppers. Just blend them into a paste. Is that it?
But is there any kind of chips that are keto? Any kind of.
Probably not.
Gwen bought some chicken skin chips. That stuff was nasty. Tastes like you're eating a chicken asshole.
God
Not,
dang.
not that I know what a chicken asshole tastes like, but you get the point. Siete chips? All right. Where do you get Siete chips?
Lag. There's days I eat just because I have to eat.
At least rice cakes don't taste bad. They just taste like nothing. Oh, throw them in the flour bed.
Yeah.
I got you.
Well, you know, well, rice cakes would have carbs in them, wouldn't they?
I'm not 100% keto. I'll have, like yesterday, I did have the regular nachos. But you pretty much can't have any carbs if you're going to do keto the right way.
Yeah. Yeah, rice cakes have carbs too.
Butter's not keto. What are you talking about? Margarine is bad.
Margarine is bad, real bad. But it's easy to spread.
Like, I'm going to have to lose another. I've lost 5 pounds this year, but that's not really the goal. 5 pounds a month. When you need to lose 60 or 75 pounds, ain't making a very big dent. But yeah, 24K. Most of the rice in the U.S. is white rice, which you're not getting any of the fiber.
Yeah, they eat rice for breakfast. They eat rice 3 times a day. That's the reason they have such big rice cookers. And I like rice. I could eat fried rice every day, 3 times a day. Because in the morning it's breakfast, rice, couple eggs, some bacon bits.
Yeah, they take the bran off from the outside of white rice, so it's not near as healthy for you as the brown rice. You lose all the fiber if you eat white rice.
Well,
Yeah,
Lag, it
and it's
depends if you're 17 years old or whether you're a 42-year-old mother of 3. 7 pancakes. God, I like to have some pancakes. Some Mrs. Butterworth syrup, some bacon, maybe some sausage links. God, that sounds good right now.
cha-ching for chastity. Whoop, whoop. Everybody put a like in there so you get your cha-ching.
Um, yeah, there's days I just don't want to cook. I don't want to eat because I don't have any idea what I eat. I want to eat.
Yeah, my sale was $12, Chastity. I'm beating you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
not enough manual labor does too, Anissa.
yeah, just getting fat gives you the moves. So, yeah, I've been trying to get healthy. I did 2 miles on the old treadmill yesterday. God, I used to cover 2 miles in 16 minutes. Just average jogging.
Dang.
And now it takes me, let me look. How long did it take me? 46 minutes.
No, our chickens are not big as a turkey.
So I looked on a Facebook deal and said if you'll put in 72,000 steps a week, or about
Excuse me.
about
Wait a minute. I think this thing's not working right. Did you say 72,000 steps?
in a week, yeah. So that'd be about 1,000 or 10,000 steps a day.
Good morning, Mike.
So I looked up. I'm 6 foot tall, so I looked up how many steps in a mile for a 6 foot tall guy, and it said 2,100. So I did 2 miles on the treadmill yesterday. So that was 4,200 steps. I was like, crap, to get 10,000 a day.
Well, I watched this young lady.
Four times what I did. That would be like 8 miles. And time alone, that would be what's 46 times 4? Just time. 46 times 4 equals divided by 60. That'd be 3 hours on the treadmill. I ain't doing that.
Well, I was watching
So
a young lady who said that people should walk when they want to do a lot of steps in a day, and especially if they're doing it on a treadmill, to do like a third of it in the morning, a third of it during the day if they're at home, or a third of it after they get home, and then the other third right before they go to bed. That way they're not doing it all at one time, unless you like doing it all at one time.
I think my treadmill has a softer footfall than does streets or the track.
Look on Facebook Marketplace, Maggie. You'll find them. People that have bought them and they ended up collecting dust.
Dang, Sandy, 100 pounds. Sheesh. That's a lot of pounds.
That is. How long did it take you to lose that 100 pounds, Sandy?
I could use losing 60, but I don't think I could lose 100. That would make me too skinny.
God, I'd love to be too skinny again. Well, you can do that. You reach up there and you turn the on button and then the 3, and it'll run 3 miles in a minute. I mean, 3 miles in an hour.
I never had much problems with my knees. Gwen does, but
I've had them since I got fat.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that's what this guy, when I worked at Staples, there was a guy that had one of those, resale shops for just sports equipment. And he said, he has, so many treadmills. And then his son worked for a gym, and he said, he tells people, he said his son would tell people, just go join the gym. It's a lot cheaper, and when you get tired of it, it's not sitting in the middle of your room, your floor. You just
Yeah,
cancel it.
my brother got new knees.
1,400 calories a day. That's not bad.
That's not very much. Jeez. Sometimes I think I would do better just not worrying about what I eat, but just portion control. Just don't eat as much as you have been.
Um, but women lose weight a lot slower than men do. Because according to my lovely bride, women's bodies are meant to hold fat because they give birth and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, I gave good money for this Nordic track treadmill,
Uh-huh.
but it's been worth it. I've used it a lot. A lot of stuff I get I don't use very much, but I have used the treadmill. I prefer the treadmill because outside is often too hot or too cold.
Play Again Sports. That's the place that I was talking about. This one on Pineville Masters Road. I don't think he pays anything for them. People just give them to him. Or back then he did. Yeah, I'm back on that again, Anissa.
Chad's on diabetic. Dang. That's a whole other can of worms I don't want to get into. I'm borderline diabetic.
Well, that's the reason I'm on it is because I'm just bumping up against it enough that it qualifies for the insurance to pay for it. So I take it.
You take Ozempic?
Uh-huh. Once a week. I give it to myself, which is saying a lot, being that that I don't like needles, even though the needle is just a little tiny one.
I've heard some people who had like a mild case of diabetes, and when they exercised and lost weight, they were no longer diabetic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what my doctor says. And a lot of people, if they get rid of all the extra weight, they don't have to have CPAP machines anymore. You have to give Chad a shot. Tell him to be a man.
Cool finds.
Like,
Got any cool finds? I did sell that fingerprint kit. It's pretty cool.
can I?
Yeah, diabetes is not just. Most of the type 2 is just eating wrong and not exercising enough. Who's this? Spam risk.
I had somebody call me at 8:15 this morning wanting to sell me damn Medicare supplement. I wasn't very nice with them.
Stress caused diabetes.
Oh, I can block you. I was just going to say, and but this is not my channel, so I can't say it. But if it had been my channel, I'd said lag, the little X button at the top of the screen on the right-hand corner, because you're doing the Tara, Tara, Tara. Bearded picker, bearded picker, bearded picker. You guys don't realize how hard it is to try to fill one of these shows up,
Da, da, da.
especially with reselling. Oh, look at her. Is she real talkative to you, Todd?
She's got her moments. When she didn't get her way, she whines.
Well, that's just a female.
Daphne! Oh, watch out for the keyboard. Don't be stepping on it.
Are you kidding? Roberta and I both have a problems with doing something in our computer, and one of the cats just come over and just want to sit down on top of the keyboard or walk across the keyboard.
Oh, he almost went to the floor.
There he is.
What the hell do you want?
I don't want nothing. We got 5 minutes.
So, Scott, I think I'm bound to the pressure. I think I'll go to Nashville.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You break into this country, you protest because you're here illegally. You walk up and down the streets and block traffic with the flags from your home country. You left those shitholes because you can't make a living and the conditions are so bad, but yet you protest here, you bunch of ungrateful motherfuckers, and make life difficult for citizens in this country and wonder why we hate your fucking
Can you hear
guts.
Scott over there?
There you go. You want 5 minutes? So, take that.
Yeah, did you see that video of the protesters in L.A. burning the American flag while they were waving the Mexican flag over it?
Well, then go back to, if you love it so much, take your fucking asses back down there.
Yeah.
You need to do some studies and understand too that the people that come up from Mexico, whenever Trump tells you they don't send you their best, understand, and these are studies, these are not me being some kind of racist. Go look at the studies of intellectual IQs by people, and you will understand that Central America and Latin have some of the lowest IQs in the world. I mean, not only do we get their worst, even if you get their best, you don't get much.
Oh,
There you
dog, did you just pee on the treadmill? You evil earth. Sorry.
I mean, where's the National Guard? Somebody needs to roll out the National Guard. You want to deport these mothers? National Guard. At some point, normal people and regular people who are being bothered by all this stuff, and y'all do realize that the middle class of the U.S. funds most of the world. We work ourselves to the fucking bone, give up our lives trying to raise families, and they tax us to death to steal money from us to give it away. Zelensky yesterday on TV, did y'all see it?
No.
Y'all gave us 187 million, but we only got 87 million. 100 billion never got here. Where did $100 billion go? Anybody asking that question? Where did $100 billion go?
I don't
One of the Pentagon was it the Pentagon or wherever it was this weekend? Whatever branch of the government is, $1,200 for a cup of coffee. $1,200 for a cup of coffee. The IRS is spending just astronomical amounts on coffee for employees that are working from home.
Yes, lag. Taxes in Europe are double than ours, but that's their own fault. We're dealing with our own over here. But they must not mind it because they continue to do it. Especially in the, not Baltic states, like
Damn right,
Netherlands,
Felix.
Denmark, those.
Bring them all back, Felix. We don't get much out of those damn bases. Bring them all back. Let those people kill each other. Who cares?
Yeah.
Y'all realize what a clusterfuck Canada is, right? So Canada's up there beating their chest, going, you know, we're gonna put tariffs on oil, and then Alberta, the one province that's got some sense is going, wait a minute, y'all better not touch the oil. We don't need to So y'all do realize that the pipelines all flow from above Montana, and they come down into the U.S. The U.S. refines the crude and sends it to the eastern part of Canada. So all the gas and all the they have 13 refineries in the entire country. Y'all realize there's like 40 in Texas alone. They
Yeah,
can't. They don't refine their own gasoline. So if they tax it coming down and tax it going back up, Canada is so effing screwed. You know that you're talking these two countries that are supposedly our great partners who pay nothing for defense.
Right.
Canada has the largest coastline in the world, and Nigeria has a bigger navy.
Yeah, that's been an issue with President Trump lately. Is the fact that they kind of rely on us for defense.
Yeah. So that's the problem with the pipelines is, and I don't think the U.S. really charges them too terribly much to refine this crude to send it back, because that's part of it comes down from them, and so our part in that deal is to refine it and send a chunk back so that was it Montreal and that side of the whole side of the country and Toronto have gas. Yeah, so
I
luck.
just I don't know why they don't have their own refineries if they have so much oil.
I mean, if you looked at what Canada does to us, have you seen the tariffs Canada places on goods coming out of the U.S.? There's a list of like 30 or 40 goods that they tax the absolute fuck out of. I forget what product it was, had a 300% tariff. Let's ask. I got Grok open. Let's ask Grok.
What the hell is a grok?
The AI for.
Oh. Okay.
Grok's about to tell us, don't touch. What is
Poultry.
Canada
Poultry.
imposes a 25% tariff on. Oh, these are the new ones. Poultry, 245 to 290% for dairy, 238% for poultry, 100% tariff on fish, 100% tariff on tobacco, 25% tariff on lumber. On top of a 5% tax on any goods imported into the U.S. into Canada from the U.S. if you take them across the border.
Morning, Harry.
But everybody, they want you to sit there and go, "This is our wonderful trading partner. We have free trade among us, and we don't know why the U.S. is so upset with the way things are because you're fucking us every chance you get." It's time.
Melons and peaches and
Nobody's talking about this. Nobody's talking about how bad that they crush us going that way in most goods. And y'all realize that we have a trade deficit with Canada.
And yet
I think we trade like 4%, 5% of our goods to them. They trade almost 80% of their goods here.
Man, this list is long.
I mean,
Pasta.
You talk to Josh. Their politicians have screwed everything up so much worse than the U.S.
Oh yeah,
They're broke.
they're broke. And if you think they're broke, just wait till Mexico fall. If Mexico still goes through and Trump continues and doubles those up to 50% or so, he will bankrupt the Mexican government within 60 days. Yeah, the bank's over. Like, you're exactly right. We've paid for everything for this world. We're done. Look at China, for God's sake. Do it the other way around and see the tariffs on our goods going into China. Go buy a car in China made in the U.S. It ain't gonna happen.
That list is long. I mean, I don't think there's anything that's not on there.
They're not telling you all that stuff. That all the stuff that of what the U.S. producers. I understand, folks, that whenever tariffs come in, it's a reason to bring manufacturing back. Chucky Schumer. Have y'all seen Chuck Schumer's wife, by the way?
No.
If that's not a fucking dude, I'll give it up. Somebody Google Chuck Schumer. Google Chuck Schumer's wife and go, that's a fucking dude. Yeah, he's saying, so avocado. So if you like avocados, they're going to get expensive. Avocado. And he goes, oh, and the beer is going to be coming from Canada. Corona is really the only beer that's still brewed down there. If you really want to take Corona, just bring out your shirt for some arm sweat. That's some of the worst beer made. Corona tastes like hell. There's a reason why you got to stick a lime in it, because it tastes like shit.
Well, there's always the Beast, and there's what is it Mr. Sadie drinks?
Ultra.
Mick Ultra, yeah.
But even Modelo and stuff are brewed here.
Really?
It's not imported. It's brewed here. Even though it's a Mexican beer and Mexican. I think it's Mexican. I don't know who owns Modelo. There you go. You tell me that's not a fucking dude.
Scott, you're obsessed by girls that look like guys.
There you go. I mean, look at this. That ain't a girl.
So anybody walking with Scott in Nashville, if he starts going, dude,
at some point, it may still that had a penis.
Just know he's talking about some chick that just passed by, and he thinks it's a dude. Yeah. The car industry, I was watching some videos over the weekend. The car industry is really having a time of it right now.
Harry said he went to high school with Sherman. So there you go. That's another good one there. I'm telling you, that's a dude.
It's like, is he talking about Sherman that burnt down the South?
Yeah, he's the one that's up getting out in front of it because they opened a investigation into him this weekend. That's one of those crooked SOBs up there in Washington, right there.
Anyway, that list of stuff that they got the 25% tariffs on, that's just.
No, but you need to look at the tariffs before to see the picture. You need to understand what Canada is doing to the U.S. before the 25% tariff. It's poultry 250 plus percent. Same. I mean, there's a reason why when I was teasing Josh about going to eat, he's like, "Yeah, we're going to eat street tacos." He ordered one order of street tacos and a regular drink. It was like $60. Order of street tacos, for God's sake.
And you would think a lot of this stuff, like pasta, why the hell are they not manufacturing that up there?
They don't have the facility. They just don't have the manufacturing capability. A lot of it left just like we did. It left here. But tariffs are designed. Trump showed you in the first 4 years that the more tariffs he puts up, companies will bring stuff back. Car manufacturing will leave Mexico and come back here. He's proven that's a fact. And it'll bring real jobs back. The U.S. needs to make stuff here. The hell with all the rest of the world. We need to make stuff here.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I've mentioned it 100,000 times. Over-the-counter medications. It's $170 billion industry, and most of ours comes from India.
I mean, you look at Toyota. What's Toyota's answer to tariffs? Toyota is built. They're all built in the U.S. There's very few Toyotas I think some of the Forerunners are still made in Japan, but very few of them are made in Japan. You want a new Sienna? It's built in Indiana.
Let's just don't even go there, Harry, because that'll make Scott's head explode. All right, Todd, it's 10:10. I gotta go. I got things to do and people to see.
Yeah,
Look,
I got a doctor
we covered
appointment.
15 minutes in a hurry. Look at that, 15 minutes in a hurry.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Yeah.
got to open people's eyes. Don't worry. On Todd's show tomorrow, we talk about Taylor Swift being a dude.
Well, she hides it very well then.
That's right.
Okay, some of the outfits she wears. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Make it a great day. Scott, behave. Todd, we'll see you tomorrow. Scott, if you're not busy, we'll see you tomorrow too.
Harry, what breasts are you looking at? Bodybuilders got bigger boobs than she does. What are you talking about?
Wait, I just got here. No, I got a doctor appointment this morning and got to go pick up my two lots that I won in the auction. It wasn't
You're
worth the
making a
$500.
drive through Texas.
Huh?
You're making a drive through Texas.
No, just this auction's only 30 miles away, so it's not too bad. But
Oh yeah, Eric's right. On the screen, put a picture of Taylor Swift and Napoleon Dynamite on the screen together and go.
they look
Hey,
a lot alike.
Don't say we didn't warn you.
All right, folks. Thanks for showing up. We'll be on. Who are we going to be on tomorrow?
James, I agree with you. Can't really sing either.
Queen City Pickup.
Let's take auto tune away and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I've never understood the infatuation with. Never understood. I guess that means I'm old. If I was born in the 40s, I guess I'd have hated Elvis with everybody else. Oh, shaking those hips. And now he's
All right.
preaching. He's preaching from the good book now, so he redeemed himself.
There you go. All right. Bye.
See ya.